So here's my final thought on that subject is I speak with a lot of high-level Democrats. I'm not going to act like I speak to them frequently every day or anything, but a few times a year I get an audience with someone who is a decision maker. And here is the honest truth about what the Democratic Party is thinking right now. There are two different ways that Trump, in our opinion, is abusing his power that are pertinent to this particular part of the conversation. One is using the Justice Department against people in a retaliatory way. Number two is the way that he has so deftly and effectively used media and social media to affect change in a way that we find really deplorable. And what I'm hearing in Democratic circles is that number one, violence never acceptable. Period. We
Thank
don't
you.
we were not for Charlie Kirk being killed. We were not for Trump going through two assassination attempts. We are not for a civil war. We Violence is off the table.
All correct.
But using the Justice Department against our fellow citizens, regardless of whether they're governmental or not, also off the table unless warranted and based on fact. However, using the media and social media in a way that is not the way it was intended, we're starting to get on board with that. And we are starting to think, you know what, it's time to fight fire with fire. So to be ultra clear, violence off the table. But using media and social media to, I mean, just in a bastardized way, not to use that term twice in one podcast, but just in a way that is changing people's minds by using psychology and sales tactics and marketing tactics to turn the country against you, we're starting to come on board with doing whatever we need to do because the ends will justify the means. And before anybody has a problem with what I just said, you have to acknowledge that that is Trump's game. That's what he's excellent at. That's what he's a pro at. That's what has defined his presidency is using psychological sales and marketing tricks to essentially turn Americans against one another, against their own best interests, and against the constitutionally mandated behaviors and norms that we should expect as Americans. And if they're going to keep just tearing down brick by brick this government that is made to keep us all together, e pluribus unum, from many one, if they are going to continue doing that, we're starting to get to a place where we're ready to do the same. And I'll let you have the last word here, Mr. Allison.
Marketing, persuasion, discussing things, putting things out there, making things simple and instantly understandable, satire. None of those words that I said are anti-Trump. None of those words that I said are pro-rule of law. None of those things I said are love our Constitution because you love our country. But you know what? All those things that you listed, you can do. You can use for being anti-Trump, for being pro-Constitution, for being pro-rule of law, for being, hey, we're neighbors. When all this is over with, we're still going to be neighbors. Oh, by the way, let me shovel your driveway. I'm in northern Maine. Neighbors shovel each other's driveways all the time. You do favors because you're neighbors and you want to be nice, even if you're on the wrong side about whether to cut the elm trees down in the cemetery. That was a nasty fight about 20 years ago. But you get my point, right?
Yeah, I do.
We can do all these things with doing the things that we should be proud of, like our Constitution, like our love of the rule of law and freedom and liberty, where we see politics as a way to resolve differences and not to destroy the enemy. We don't have politics to destroy the enemy.
Yeah.